Hello, how are you? We're doing this little mini VOD and podcast to get people to get to know BFLA, Ballet Folklorico de Los Angeles and Ballet Folklorico de Las Vegas, obviously.
BFLA? Well, not really. It's Folklorico Company.
Yes. So, in other words,
Easy.
right. So, in other words, it's a franchise now that I consider what it is.
Yeah.
It's a company and it's expanding. And I know a lot of people out there have questions and they want to know who we are and where do we start it or how did it start it. So why not have this little video and let people know who we are, basically. So I am Chilo. I'm assistant director to Ballet Folklorico de Los Angeles here in LA, and I've been dancing now for 24 years.
That's it.
That's it. I'm a late bloomer.
That's it. Tell Larry that.
Bloomer.
Tell Larry that, huh?
And then, and obviously to my left, we have the director of Ballet Folklorico, founder of both places. And
What?
Yes.
It hasn't hit yet.
It hasn't hit yet.
It'll hit in later.
Our fearless
There's more
leader.
work.
Our fearless leader, Miss Kareli Montoya.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kareli, and I've been dancing a long time. Not as long as Larry, but I have been dancing for a good 20 years now.
20 years now. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Can you believe that? And then to the far left,
Far left.
we
I am
have
on the left, if
one
you
of the advisors and also instructors of Ballet Folklorico de Los Angeles, Mr. Larry Estrada.
Yeah, Larry and I've been dancing going on 36 years now.
Wow, 36
Yeah.
years.
With a few breaks here and there.
But if you think about it, if you add up our years,
I mean,
there's a lot of experience there.
Yeah.
A whole bunch.
A lot of experience. So I guess the important questions here is, how did this company get started?
I got started? Okay, it was an accident.
It was an accident.
Yeah, it was interesting. And then Chilo remembers he was
Of course.
there earlier, not right at the beginning because the group wasn't
There wasn't a
group
group.
yet.
It wasn't a group
What
yet.
it was is we got called for a gig. Okay, I came back from Mexico.
Right.
I was groupless.
Right.
I mean, where was I gonna? Right? It
Yeah.
happened to you for a little bit, Larry.
Yeah, true.
When you moved to LA, but I was groupless and I had nowhere to go. So then I was like, okay, I just learned all these new things in Mexico. I have to do something with it.
Right.
But that was later. That didn't even start. That's not what started the group. What started the group was we got called for a gig to back up Beatriz Adriana.
Yes.
And this was December of 2011.
Right.
So we just gathered some friends. It was just me, my sister, Chilo,
Yeah.
and a few friends.
Right. We had
Four
Cristo that's
couples.
also in the company.
Christ was it? Yeah.
He's in the company now.
Yeah, now he is. I mean, he wasn't for a while, but he was at our first gig.
Yeah, he was there. It was
There's 4 couples, right?
yes.
Yeah, I remember 4 couples, and we danced with all different costumes for Beatriz Adriana.
Not only that, but that day we just practiced what we needed to do.
Yeah.
Basically, there was no routine. There was never a let's rehearse. It was just like
No.
show up that day and we'll figure it
Just the way it was in the good old days.
out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then, and we had no name.
Yeah, there was no
But
name.
that day they asked us where we were from.
Right.
They said, "Hey, where are you guys from?" And that's when we said, "Oh, we're Folklorico. We're a Folklorico group from Los Angeles."
Yes.
And that's where I guess they adopted a name for us because maybe 3 months later they called us for the Nokia Theater
Right.
to
Right.
back up Beatriz Adriana's daughter,
Correct.
and
And it was a Paquita de
Paquita de
Barrio
Barrio concert.
Correct.
and that's where in the camerino or on the door they had a sign that said Ballet Folklorico de Los Angeles because that's where we are from.
Right.
Which is interesting. But that's how the group started. And then people would just call and say, hey, is this Ballet Folklorico Los Angeles? Yes, this is us. And that's how the name came about.
And you know what is funny is that being from Los Angeles, you figured there was going to be other groups already
Right.
named that way.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. I think this is like the capital of folklorico groups in like the
Oh my
U.S.
goodness, yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, there's all these groups with different names, and no one had the decency or the creative to say, wait, why we just don't name it Ballet Folklorico?
No, they're too creative. That's the thing.
No, but there you
But there's
go.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
Right.
just having a unique name. But that's how our name came about, and now it's been kind of a blessing because
Right.
it's
Oh,
very broad and
Not only that, but
Google friendly.
right, there you go.
Google friendly,
I was going
yeah.
to say Google friendly, or when you look up
Uh-huh.
something, you always people are going to say, oh, groups and Folklorico groups in LA. Our group, the name pops out right away.
Yeah, if you
You
have
know,
a website, we have a website.
Right, there's a website, and it's Folklorico
Company.com now, but
.com.
it's still linked to our old website.
Right. And it's important,
Yeah.
it's important to know that, people and let them know that you can follow us through Facebook, follow us through Twitter, Instagram. Man, we
Tumblr.
have Tumblr.
We have a Tumblr. We have a Flickr.
We have a Flickr. There you go.
What else do we have? We said it all, right?
I think so.
Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Flickr.
Pretty soon Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty soon
We
Snapchat.
all have, yeah, we should do that.
Yeah,
For
pretty
sure.
soon Snapchat.
Snapchat.
So just follow us and look us up at Ballet Folklorico de Los Angeles.
You can go folkloricola.com,
There you go.
or you can go folkloricocompany.com. It's the same website.
Right, there you go. Or Facebook, Instagram, and everything. So, Mr.
Yeah.
Estrada, you came into the group, 2 years ago?
Well, we haven't even. You came in first, Chilo.
I came in first, yes,
Yeah,
I did.
you were
Yeah,
here
so you
before I
came in.
did.
Okay, well, you came in the first day.
I was there since the beginning, you
Yeah.
can say.
That was a little hiatus
Pretty much,
because you were
yeah.
busy dancing
Mhm.
away in gigs and whatnot, but then you came back that same
I
year
had-
in
I had-
September.
Right, I had other commitments prior to it.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
had one of our members get in a car accident.
Oh, yeah.
Literally the Wednesday before the
The
performance, and the concert was on Saturday. He was injured, and so was a batch of our dancers.
Right.
They were injured
Right,
on
right.
their way to practice, and that's when I called Chilo, and he saved our lives.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Basically, I had to learn
Uh-huh.
about 10 dances in about 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
That's how and that was in September of
Right.
2012.
Right, and that's how the just how I started to just help out this company. I did all what I had to do with the other company, and I decided to, we had a talk and decided to come here and help out Kareli.
But it was all very innocent.
No, yeah, no.
It was.
No,
it
it
was
is.
like, you're okay. It wasn't
Oh,
so
yeah.
formal.
Well, it's
no,
like
no.
you had,
Yeah.
you had a need, you had a friend, you called a friend, and he came and helped.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what friends do.
That's what you do. You help out each other, whether to weather the
Whatever.
storm,
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
and
Exactly.
that's what's important. And
But not too long after came
Larry,
Mr. Larry. This
yeah.
was okay. So that year, a goal that I did have, and thank God I went and I explored in the middle of nowhere for a long time. I left to Mexico. I met a lot of friends,
yes,
Oh, yeah.
and that's where we connected with Jonathan Trejo,
Right.
From who has now after all these years has his degree in, well, he has a degree in chemistry from Chihuahua. Now he has a degree from the University of Colima in danza escénica.
See?
And he was my buddy in
Right.
in Colima, so I decided to ask him to come give some workshops that same year in December.
Yes,
That's right.
Right away, we started
yes.
getting busy.
We started getting super busy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And then that's the first time I met Chilo, too, because I went to one of those workshops.
Right.
Yep. So that's where we met. I met Larry in New Mexico.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
a whole
buddy,
different
yeah.
story.
And some workshops.
Yeah,
Right.
the festival's there.
Workshops.
And then I met Larry,
together.
obviously, in the class.
And
Right.
then with Jonathan Trejo,
Good job,
who
yeah.
came and he taught for about 2 weeks. Like a good
He
2
was here
weeks. He was
a
long
little bit
time.
more, maybe
2
about
3
it was
weeks.
like
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Awesome person,
Oh,
Cool
yeah.
guy.
awesome,
Yeah.
incredible. That also is going to be helping us out in our shows pretty soon.
He's been coming like yearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Well,
took a
yeah,
little
actually.
hiatus
So
there
1 year.
for a while, for a little
year.
bit,
And
and then he came back, and then he came, but he's always busy too. He's always busy, and he's always
he is,
and-
isn't he?
Always somewhere.
yeah. So next time when we do this again, we'll have him here with
Well,
us
he arrives to Vegas like tomorrow.
tomorrow,
Oh, my
So maybe
goodness,
next
already.
week we can do
meaning the
another
11th.
Yeah.
of,
The 11th of what? April.
April
Yes,
2016.
Right.
Yeah. So he's going to help us out with the show. So there's
Anyway, that's where we met Larry.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not where Chilo met
Where?
Larry, but this is
Or
how Larry came into
where-
the company.
Right.
Came in, to BFLA and to Ballet Folklorico
Right,
de
because
Los
I was
Angeles.
involved with another group and had commitments there that I was going to fulfill.
Of course.
But then, having gone to that workshop and met Chilo and met some of the other dancers, then that gave me the impetus, the interest in coming into this group. And started coming to rehearsals, and then of course finished my commitment with the other group. As I said I would.
Right.
But and then
And
since then I've been.
Yeah,
with,
and I think
with
that's
BFLA.
very important too. That you finish out your commitments with whoever you
Oh
have.
yeah, definitely. If you say you're
You
going
always
to,
want
then,
to leave in good terms.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Make a commitment, live up to it, and then move on.
Because what's going to happen is eventually, you never know, they'll call you back. They'll
Right.
be like, oh,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that has
sorry,
happened.
that's it.
Yeah, and it's been
Uh-huh.
and it certainly has been fun, going back and doing a couple shows with them and working with them, and doing that style again, because I certainly learned quite a lot from them that I like to share with when I'm teaching here.
Mhm.
I'd like to share what I've learned over there because I did learn a lot. And learned a lot from the different groups I've been with, and want to share that because it was beneficial to me. My belief is that it can be beneficial to others too. Try something different now and then because you may end up liking it, and even if it's not your thing, you still may learn something from it.
You always learn something from being in other groups.
Or they're instructors, period.
Exactly.
And it's important. It's just it's a nice thing when you dance because it goes back to everything. You're learning something new. Your brain is functioning, and you keep on going. That's why they say a lot of the dancers look so young when they're older because they're happy what they're doing and they're constantly their brain is working. Physical,
definitely,
everything about it.
Everything's working. Yeah.
So I think it's great. So we have a couple of shows coming up, and I want people to know. April 29th, we have a show in Vegas.
Yeah.
It's just around the corner, so people in Vegas or people close to Vegas can come and see the group. Now, tell us a little bit about this production and what's going to happen there in Vegas.
So this is the first show that me and Jimmy, director of Garibaldi, actually produce.
Right.
So we put up the money for it. It's a small venue, but it's our own show. Really, we work with the producers. Someone always pays for the venue, and they hire us to come in and do what they want us to do.
Right.
It's the first time, even though it's a small show and it's just, it's not that small for us. It's a big deal.
Right, of course.
It's another city.
It's a show. It's a show.
But it's really the first time that we are going to put something together that's ours, where we can make decisions. Where I can make decisions, where Chilo can make decisions, where the whole company as a whole can come in and give their input.
Correct.
And the mariachi too.
Right.
Where we're collaborating with.
Well, it's your show. You guys are the decision makers. Mm-hmm. So it's your chance to say, okay, what works, what doesn't work, and learn it on your own versus, well, this is what they told us to do. No, it's all your decisions. And you'll be able to learn from it.
Yeah, and that's important, learning from it. This is why we're doing it, because we want to learn, and so that eventually we can have our own, produce our own shows.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So the name of it is called Noches Mexicanas.
Yes, and we've been doing this show for what?
It's about
a year and a half.
A year and a half now. Yes.
This came about in the fall of 2014 now.
Yes.
15.
No, 14 because 15 we didn't do
2014.
it.
That's right.
2014 December.
And we were asked to come in to M3 Live
when
they were first reopening the dinner theater and come in and do the show for another producer.
Right. Yes.
But we came up with the name Noches Mexicanas because it was supposedly going to be a weekly show.
Right.
So we're thinking, Noches Mexicanas, that means a lot of Noches Mexicanas.
Right.
Several shows, and that's why we did that one show at M3.
Right.
With Garibaldi, Ballet Folklorico de Los Angeles, and we had some guest singers.
Right.
Melinda Salcido, and then the second time we did it in December of 2014, we had Stephanie Amaro from Trio Ellas come in and do the guest singing.
Yeah.
And we had Francisco come in and do the floreo.
Oh, yeah, he was amazing.
He was amazing.
Well, both singers were incredibly fabulous.
But the show really was a shorter show. It was a 45-minute show.
True.
60-minute show, I think, something like that. But it had a really good response because the goal that we have, the musicians, or that me and Jimmy have right now, is to make a show flow without pauses.
Exactly.
We don't want pauses throughout the show. Most of the time you go to a concert and it drags because you have a show, finishes, clap, 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 next song, finishes, clap, clap. We wanted to make it more like a musical. Even though it's not a musical, but we didn't do it last year quite as much as we're going to do it on the 29th.
No,
but for the first time, we're doing everything in popurris.
Right. And not only that, those two shows that we did when we had Melinda and when we had Stephanie, both of those shows had a really good flow to them, and it started, and everything was good. There were no awkward pauses, if you will, setting up this, setting up that. Both of those shows had nice flow from start to finish, and I think they were both rather good learning experiences for what both you and Jimmy are going to be doing now. Now that it's you two are the producers and you are putting it together rather than working with the producer. But I think that was one good thing about those two shows, is the flow of them and learning how to make that flow work.
Right. And those shows were awesome because it gave also the dancers a different feel of a production instead of, we're going to go do a gig here, we're going to go do a gig there. There's a pause there, there's a pause there.
You have a lot of time to change. It was very fast-paced.
Yes,
kind
it
of
was a very fast
very
pace.
fast paced.
Very fast paced.
Not only that, but we did 2 shows that same night
Right.
in December,
Right.
which was kind of like something you would see like in Vegas,
Right.
where you have 2.
It's a dinner
show
shows
where
night,
they
dinner show.
came in.
Mhm.
People from the first show saw the first show. All right, everybody out. Here comes a second bunch
second
of
show.
show. And let's do it all over again. Same production, same show, same dances. You know, but it's a different crowd.
But it's perfect because what's going to end up happening, we've been hired to do this for private events. We have one coming up in November
Right.
where we sell it. Well, Nachos Mexicanas, do you want this production? And come in with the dancers. We already have everything set.
Right.
So
There is a
that's-
budget. This is the budget. This is how much it's going to cost, and
Yes.
this is what we can
Exactly.
offer you.
We have the
Right.
show to offer.
Right. So
Right.
this will be
Uh-huh.
April 29th, and it's going to be featuring Mariachi Garibaldi, the Jaime Cuella, and then Ballet Folklorico de Los Angeles,
And for the very first time,
and for the very first time.
we will have our very first members of Ballet Folklorico de Las Vegas
That's
join
right.
us
Wow. That's
for
pretty amazing.
a couple dances.
Right.
Which to them it's something different because you can't compare the Folklorico scene in LA to Vegas.
Right.
Very different. So this is very different for them. It's new.
That's
I'm very excited.
and that's going to be super awesome. So if people want information, go to our website. Again, folkloricocompany.com.
Upcoming events.
Upcoming events.
Mhm.
Everything is on the website. If not, through Facebook, Instagram,
Oh, yeah.
all the social medias, we're there.
Yeah,
So-
you
so
can
we're
find
there.
us. Just Google Folklorico Los Angeles.
And it's there.
It'll be there.
And so this is
Uh-huh.
exciting. So right after that show, we come back to Los Angeles,
Come back.
and then right away that Wednesday, we have another
Oh
big
my
show.
goodness, that's right.
Yes, and this one is interesting because it's it was an unexpected kind of a gig
Right.
there. It's gonna happen in Montebello at the Quiet Canyon. It's Mariachi Vargas.
Yes.
It's a Mariachi
Pretty amazing.
Vargas show,
Right.
but they will also have Fiesta Mexicana from the restaurant,
Right.
Mariachi, and Mariachi Las Colibri
Right.
as openers, and then finally
Oh, nice.
come in with Mariachi Vargas. Very exciting.
This is going to be an awesome, I guess,
Show.
You know, it's a whole
Perfect way to
big old-
celebrate.
big old production, and Cinco de Mayo is around the corner, obviously from that day. So you know you're gonna have also the mariachi de Fiesta Mexicana there. You're gonna have Teo Franco y su trio
Oh,
de
Teo
él.
Franco, that's
Teo
right.
Franco is awesome. Mariachi
Yeah.
Colibri, obviously Ballet Folklorico de Los Angeles, and then to
Vargas.
end up Vargas.
Yep.
And if you want to get tickets for that and get more information, they
You
can
have to
always call Fiesta Mexicana at area code 323-728-3097, and then they can give you more information about the tickets and all that. But this will be at the Quiet Canyon in Montebello, May 4th.
May 4th.
May
That's
4th.
right.
And then right after that, a lot of us, the next day, Cinco de Mayo,
Oh my goodness.
is the busiest day for dancers besides
Isn't it not?
16 de septiembre or 15 de septiembre.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
And as of now, I know
We have
I'm
several.
we have several gigs, and we always do every year. And we go, and it's funny. You go from one gig to another, to another, to
For
another,
another- yeah.
and this is an all-day thing, all
Mhm.
morning thing, all night thing.
And
Right.
sometimes it's interesting, but most of us who have 2 jobs take the day off.
Right.
Just so we
yeah.
can go dance wherever they hire us.
That's right.
So that should be exciting. And then that weekend is Mother's Weekend, obviously. And a lot of
Mother's
us also,
Day, that's right.
Yeah, it's a Mother's. And then some of us have gigs already or
Restaurants,
all
house
day.
parties.
Mhm.
house parties or
Yeah.
whatever. And then right after that,
We have another big show coming
yes,
up May 15th.
Oh
Okay,
my
mark your
goodness, yeah.
calendars, May
Week after
15th.
that. Yes.
That
Came
would
from
be
a
really
meeting.
nice.
And it's something different. It's very refreshing because it's the first time that we are working with new up and coming producers, like in this case Stephanie Amaro
Right.
from Trio Ellas. Her and her husband are producing the show at the LA Casa de Cultura y Artes.
Los Angeles Plaza de
Plaza de
Culturas
Cultura y
y
Artes.
Artes. Yes.
Yes, it's right across the street from Placita Olvera.
Right.
And her tickets are being sold online already. I think she already sold out the VIP section.
Oh my
just so
Wow.
you guys know.
That's right.
Wow.
But it's a tribute to Rocio Durcal. It's the
Right.
very first time anyone decides to do something like this, besides her daughter Sheila, that
Right.
was in a
Years
few
ago.
years ago. But this is the first time that here in LA you're going to have a production with a great singer. She's so amazing.
No, she is.
She
She
is
really
so
good.
amazing.
She is.
Great singer. Her husband bringing in his band, and he is actually a backup guitarist for J-Lo.
Right.
Oh,
He
my
has a
goodness.
3-year contract in Vegas with J-Lo. He's very talented.
Right.
He's also a music professor, and both of them together putting together this production. And besides the band, you have Mariachi Garibaldi coming in
Yes.
to the show as well.
Fabulous. Yeah.
And, of course, the dancers from Folklorico de Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
So this will be May 15 at the Los Angeles Plaza de Culturas y Artes. It starts at 7 p.m., but I figured doors will probably open 6 or
Maybe
even
earlier.
5 or so.
Yeah.
This is a nice venue. It's right across the street from Placita Olvera. If anybody knows about Los Angeles, Placita Olvera is one of the first city, or is the first
It is
city,
the first city
here in Los Angeles, and they kept it and they revamped it and everything about it. So Stephanie is a very talented lady, and her husband also. They also have another band called Blue Agave.
Blue Agave.
And they play more rock music, sort of, with that Mexican tone to it, and it's awesome. If anybody, you have, they're on iTunes, go check it out. YouTube, check out their band. It's amazing.
Blue Agave.
Blue Agave.
Yeah, but like we said already, this is something different. You're gonna have a band.
Right.
You're gonna have a mariachi. You're gonna have singers, and you're gonna have dancers.
That's right.
So
That's
don't miss it.
Yes.
Take your mom. It's Mother's Day.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. No, do it for sure. So right after this, then we start getting ready for another show.
Okay, so we have several shows coming up, and this summer is gonna be pretty busy.
Yes. Super busy.
It's up in the air. We have been invited to France.
France.
Oh, my
Yes.
With our friends from Murphysboro, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
We've already gone
folks,
2 years
yeah.
in a row to Murphysboro
Right.
where we participate in their folk festival. And from there, we met these great friends who are now inviting us to go with them to France and dance at the festivals in July from the 1st through the 9th of July.
Yes.
That's really exciting. See you in France.
Yes, for sure.
So that's in July, and then right away, the next big one, for us at least, is on August the 4th.
August the 4th.
August the 4th, we are doing a show with the Symphony, Clover City Symphony in Marina del Rey.
Right. And
It's a free concert.
Right. This is the second year we do it with them.
This is
Right?
our 3rd year
This is,
dancing.
no, but I
with
mean they're in a.
Oh, yeah,
they're
at
in
Marina del Rey.
This will be the second year. Yes.
Okay, with Maestro Frank Feta will be conducting this fabulous show.
Right.
Yes.
He's a great conductor.
Yes.
An
He's
amazing
something else.
conductor.
Oh, he has a great trajectory, and then he's conductor for several symphonies, not just this one. San Bernardino Symphony. He's also the conductor for the Vegas Opera.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that
So,
incredible?
yeah, it's just a coincidence.
Isn't that
crazy.
incredible? Talking about
Yeah.
somebody that's
Yeah.
so talented and just amazing person.
Yeah.
And then right after that concert,
But let me just tell you guys, because I haven't even told you guys.
Oh my goodness! Oh, no.
we're having an
So,
exclusive
I
here.
know, right? So I had a meeting with him today before the meeting with Stephanie. Okay? And so we have, this show is called Tango y Más.
Mm-hmm.
Tango y Más. So we will be doing things that are not just folklorico.
Correct.
We will be dancing Tango por una cabeza,
Mm.
Danzón, número 2. We're going to be doing
Love
West Side
Danzón.
Story.
Oh
West Side
my
Story, I
goodness.
know, beat that, huh? And for the first time ever, we're going to have Mariachi Garibaldi play with a symphony.
Oh
They
my
will
goodness.
be playing something that Jimmy Cuellar wrote himself,
Right.
Popurrí Huasteco. So we'll see what that's like. I'm not
That's
sure
gonna
exactly
be
what
an
that-
amazing.
that's-
And people gotta know this event are free.
yes, they're
That's
free.
right.
They're free
Marina del
event.
Rey.
Marina del Rey.
Mhm.
August 4th.
August 4th. There it is.
There it is. So don't miss out. Get there. And it's funny
And
because
get
these
there early
events,
'cause
people get there super early
Oh, they
to
do.
get
Oh, yeah.
great seats.
Right.
We did
You
something.
can take your chair, you can take your umbrella, you can
Right.
come
Whatever.
prepared.
And every time we do these shows, we always do something different.
Mhm.
Yes.
Always. And obviously we focus more on folklorico, but most of us have backgrounds in different types of dancing.
Right.
But our passion, I feel, for us, has always been folklore
Yeah,
mexicano.
let's go
Well,
back
when you
to
think
it.
about the first time we were in Marina del Rey, just last July, we were actually doing modern, and within that
Mhm.
modern, we were able to incorporate Technica
Mhm.
that we do in our rehearsals. It
Yes.
was really quite amazing, and Frank was so supportive of that.
Yes.
It's just amazing. He as if he say, "No, do that," rather than questioning, "What are you doing?" He said, "No, do that.
Yes.
Work with it." And it's just something. Where else would we have had that opportunity?
Yeah, that's true. That's
It's
true.
very hard to find someone
It is.
with an
It
open
is.
mind
With an open mind.
and who appreciates
There
this
you go.
type of dance form.
Oh yeah,
these
it's
different
just
types of
amazing when you
dance
think about
forms.
what he does with the symphony, with the opera, and then yet he's his desire to work with this other genre, the Folklorico. And then not just the Folklorico, he let us do this Technica Modern thing with them last summer, and he was just so supportive about it.
He really was.
It's just there's not enough individuals out there like him.
It was a challenge. I mean, we did 15
it was
minutes.
A challenge, yeah.
15 minutes of Technica and modern dance to bolero.
Yeah.
Quite a challenge, but like Larry said, we are blessed to have someone like that willing to work with a group that's strictly really traditional folklorico, hardcore, you know.
Well, footwork,
challenging us to go outside of our genre.
Right.
Challenging us, but then again, just so supportive of it too.
And
willing to take, to try something different.
And now we're doing something off the box again, or off the radar, or whatever you want to say. What do you think about it?
Yeah, though we're taking it even a step further this year, doing tangos and doing boleros and doing danzones. And
I think it's a great thing. It's an awesome thing, you know, for all of us to create these projects and to have this experience. Because then when somebody wants, hey, have you ever done a tango? Yeah, we can do it. We can do that. Why not? You know, but we also go and we do our research to see what is a good outlet or who's a good teacher or where we can find.
Yeah.
Again, it gives us the opportunity to keep on studying our dances.
And to keep learning. Because even for me, for Chilo, for Larry, who've been doing this for years, we don't stop learning. When we need to learn something new, what do? We hire someone to come in and teach us if they are better than us and or have more expertise in a certain area.
Right, correct. And then right after that, 2 days later...
right now, okay?
2 days later.
Santa Barbara Bowl.
Santa Barbara Bowl.
Okay, so we'll see you guys at the Santa Barbara Bowl, the Santa Barbara Mariachi Festival, 2016.
21st
August anniversary.
That's such a wonderful venue. I mean,
it is.
That's nice.
And it's crazy because the group has been performing there for a couple of years now, almost
a lot
every year, twice a year or
three times, last year we danced there 4 times.
4 times last year.
It was
in Santa Barbara.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we did the
That's
Viva
right,
L'Arte.
4 times in Santa Barbara.
Yes, we did Viva L'Arte.
Viva L'Arte. We did Santa Barbara Bowl with Las Cafeteras. We did Santa Barbara Mariachi Festival, and then we came in again to do another party.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Kinky. Yeah.
Purple Kinky. That's right. That was pretty cool.
It's amazing the opportunities and where we're at, you know. But at the same time, this group works really hard. I want people to know this twice a week.
Oh my God, we're at 4 times.
We're doing 4 times a week rehearsals. Okay, so we do Monday nights, right? 2 hours.
2 hours Monday nights.
Then we do Wednesday night 2 hours.
2 hours.
Saturdays we do 3 hours.
Okay, and the reason why you know what? Let me just tell you guys. For us, we're really, it's nice that we have a young group.
Of course.
Because most of these young people, they have the time to devote to this type of sport, this type of dance, which is really nice. Weekends work because we do have people who come from really far to rehearse in LA. We have Edwin Garcia who comes in from Simi Valley.
All the way in.
And he also comes during the week.
That's
he also comes during the week. Then we have a new member, Julian, who's going to start coming from San Bernardino.
That's right.
No one really lives too close to where we rehearse.
Right.
So weekends work perfectly. We have girls who come in from Santa Monica. We have people who come in from West
Long
LA,
Beach.
from Long Beach, from all over the place. So weekends work out. And now that I'm not here during the week most of the time, we've developed a different schedule.
Of course.
We have 3 hours on Saturdays.
4
hours
on Sundays.
Early Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays. And some of us have to still go dance after those 4 hours
right.
practicing. But it's amazing.
The whole moral of the story is this group has done a lot of interesting things because they are hard workers.
Yes,
very hard workers.
I
don't think I've ever been, I'm not going to say I've never been in a group that doesn't work as hard because we have been in really lucky to be in really good groups in our past.
Yes.
But this is, I don't want to, I don't step on any toes, but I think this is one of the groups in LA that works the hardest.
Yeah.
Because most of them don't have 20 years of experience. They don't have experience dancing other genres. So we push them to their limit. We have to.
Right. We do. And I think it's important. But, we train them in different ways. I don't think that people really know what we do. You know, we not only zapatear, but we stretch.
No, you have
We
to
warm
develop
up.
some sort of a
Us-
just like in any other sport.
Right.
Right.
I learned I do base it on I learned a lot from all my. I mean, I still remember when I was very young. His classes were very structured. Then you had Miguelito.
Right.
Miguel Angel Diaz.
Miguel Angel
El Diaz had his style and his style of class, which was his own thing.
Right.
And then we had I've gone to many workshops with Samarripa.
Oh yeah.
So at the workshops, you would learn a lot from his teaching style. Finally, when I decided just to go crazy
To
and
go bye-bye?
go to Samarripa, to the company, to Colima,
Colima.
Mhm.
Mexico.
that's where I saw a more intense structure of a class.
Right.
You have out there, they do 1 hour of modern dance, strength training every single day. They have practice 5 days a week.
Right.
After they do their warming up, modern dance, strength training, conditioning, they go and they have another hour of técnica raza.
Right.
Then finally, towards the end of the class, they go into
Actually,
repertorio, very
yeah.
small amount of repertorio. But the reason why, I know now that really works is because once the dancers all have a similar style due to doing técnica,
Right.
they have conditioning,
Condition.
they will pick up any step in a flash.
Right.
They will be coordinated.
Right.
And they'll be in shape. So
Right.
once
Right.
you teach them a new dance, it's not going to be as hard as having to teach them to lift the heel in a certain way, or point
Right.
in a certain way, or lift their legs higher, because you're doing that when you
Right.
rehearse
You're
the
training your
técnica.
muscles. You're conditioning your
Yeah.
muscles to do something super intense.
So we're not in Colima. We don't have 5 days a week, and
Right.
we don't have all day to rehearse.
Right.
So we are doing an alley version rehearsal of inspired in what they do in Colima
Right.
as well, because we have had a lot of teachers come and teach us from Colima.
Of course.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
had Jonathan Trejo. A few years later, we have Freddie
Ready?
Freddie Torres, Alfredo Torres,
And
and,
Sergio.
and we had Sergio, El Chamo,
El Chamo.
Rojas.
Oh,
So we have had a lot of influence from our friends in Colima, our
Awesome.
teachers in Colima. And so the rehearsal we run is similar to that, but we also have our own ways of teaching, and depending on who's giving the class, that's
Yes.
what you're going to get.
Right.
Chilo gives his class a certain way, I give my class a certain way, and Larry's going to give a class his way.
Right. Right. We all have their, and it's good because they're always learning something new from
Yeah.
all of us. Always
Right.
another experience.
And even us, we learn from each other. The teachers
Oh, yeah.
learn from
Oh,
each other.
definitely,
So.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're winding down now,
Mhm.
and I just want to thank you guys again. And pretty soon we're gonna have another one. Hopefully we'll have Stephanie here, or we'll
Yeah.
have somebody from Cafeteras here, and we'll do
From
this.
mariachi.
From mariachi, we'll have
Yeah.
Jimmy here, just so we can kind of keep you updated on what we're doing and the projects that are coming up, and have their perspective on how they see dancers, or
Oh,
how
yeah,
they see
definitely.
the Folklorico world, and how we see them sometimes.
Yeah, give us some topics.
Yes,
So
yes.
Right.
We want to
Go-
know what you guys are interested in listening to.
Right.
What you guys want to know. We also have a blog now.
Yes,
I
we
started
do.
blogging maybe in a couple months ago. No, now more than
Yeah,
that.
more than that.
January, I started a
January.
blog.
Yeah, that's right. It's April already.
hmm And follow the blog because there's a lot of information there that I'm just like giving you guys,
Yes,
handing
tips.
it to you.
Right.
A lot of tips, a lot of things that when it comes to costuming, when it comes to giving a class, when it comes to choreography. I just wrote a blog last week about the do's and don'ts of choreography.
Right.
Our version of
Our
course.
version, yes.
It's not, nobody's right, nobody's wrong. But
It's
this
not
is
a set
what-
in stone.
These are
Tips.
my suggestions
Exactly.
to you.
Shit, yeah, something
Right.
be easier for you. Maybe
Yeah.
it's something easier for you to
Yeah.
get. But yeah, just hit us up either through Facebook, Instagram, or social media.
Uh-huh.
Ask us questions, something you
Right.
want to know, something you want to hear, either from all of us or anyone. If there's somebody in particular that we might know that you want them to be here, and
Someone
you
we're
want
working with in a concert.
of course,
Yeah.
of course,
Oh,
and then we'll go from there. So I just want to thank you guys.
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you guys.
For listening.
and for listening and for seeing this and taking your time. So until next time, Larry,
Adios.
Kareli, and Chilo. Goodbye.
All right.
Hasta
Take
luego.
care.
Bye.
Adios.